Welcome back to another episode of Baxter's Buzz. I am your host, Baxter E. Hall. Uh, I hope and pray that when you find this message via video or audio, that it finds you in great spirits. Hey, I wanted to talk about a book that I hold very, very closely and in high esteem. It's called Crucial Conversations. Okay. So if you guys don't know this book, um, you should check it out. Tools for tackle, tools for talking when stakes are high. The premise of the book is really about how these high pressure situations where emotions are high, stakes are high, we typically respond terribly to them. And the reason is because we don't have a lot of practice in having these crucial conversations. So when they become crucial, we typically drop the ball because we haven't had a lot of practice sort of having these conversations. We don't have a comfort level in having things where everyone's so emotionally invested. So I wanted to share quickly one piece of it that's kind of on my mind today, and I'm hoping that it'll benefit you guys when I share it. So it talks about the people, the worst at dialogue either ignore the problem and push ahead, or they roll over and let others have their way. So there's another piece where they say to be successful, we must stop using silence or violence to compel others to our view. So, how many of you guys know someone who just gets quiet when there's conflict? Is that you? What about the folks that get really fired up and start puffing out their chest, and they think that if they're louder or more abrasive or insulting, that that's the way to resolve issues? Anybody know anyone like that? Either way, they're both ineffective, right? And because someone stops arguing with you, doesn't mean you know that you're right. And just because you've, on the other hand, if you've gotten quiet and someone has sort of decided to just let it go, you're avoiding the situation. Probably is just going to make you and the other person more resentful when it comes back around, because inevitably you're going to have to face most of these things. So, just a couple of quick words of advice from the book Crucial Conversations. Um, and they talk about both strategies end up making sort of winners or losers. And the problem continues long beyond the initial conversation, right? So if you're trying to solve a problem, it's not about having a winner or a loser, but it's actually about coming to a resolution. And if that's at the forefront, what we're trying to accomplish, and if it's important enough for us to get this accomplished, the hope is that we'll all put our egos in our back pocket, sit on them, and iron out the details, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. Um, a lot of this stuff is sort of common sense, but good reminders. But then there's some actual strategy behind some of um, the techniques as well that may be beneficial. So it's a book that I have suggested at at places that I worked for leadership, because I thought that it was something that we all can use and all kind of tighten up on. But if you are um, a leader or an aspiring leader, or just trying to communicate better with the people in your life, I think is one that's important. It's been real important to me. So until next time, thanks again for checking me out, and I'm hoping to hear what your guys' feedback is on this.